event hasn't started yet. Okay, YouTube stream should be up now. I am a genius. The starter handle have just have to put up that for now. Okay, there's no further responses in the channel. We might just have one gamer today. Oh, you can just damn it like that. Honestly, maybe I should do that a little more. Alright, what was I? Oops. I need to do the tier boss afterwards. And then I forget exactly what the... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, looks like 2 gamers are unresponsive. Am I picking the right... Yeah, hope 11. This is the right hope, right? Yeah, hope 11. I mean, the weirdest thing is they signed up like right before. Are they not here? Oh. They're both them looking for games. We're gonna lose it. Okay, we've got all the gamers. If that's the case, I don't think there's anyone who's like a beginner intermediate. There is no bracket for today. That is for the Wednesday events. I was waiting to put up matches just once I made sure there were actually people here for it, because we had a small day anyway. There is, yeah, CC&D later today. Yeah, signups might close at 8:30. I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah. Oh, you're under the impression it was a bracket? Okay. No, these are pretty much Um, yeah, they're essentially educational show matches. We'll let people sign up. We'll try and match them with someone around their level, and then I'll be sitting here watching the games, trying to give y'all both pointers on things to think about, things to work on, just bullet points to improve. Yeah, no, Saturday is kind of the coaching educational session. Wednesday in our servers when we host the actual bracket. But yeah, so that being said, honestly, let me just let me just start the event, because I kind of haven't actually done that yet. So, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8, apparently a very scuffed edition. We are starting 40 minutes late, apologies. This is Get Gr8. We will match y'all up against someone around your skill level, watch the games, try and give y'all both advice and things to improve on. Today, partially to hopefully have everyone ready for CCND, the tournament later today, if you want to play in that. Just gonna run 5 games total. It's not a best of 5, it's just you'll play 5 total games, you'll get advice at the end of it, and we'll wrap up the stream and honestly probably raid CCND at that point. Is that after the match where I played position? Yeah, I mean, knowing when to take breaks is very, very good for you. Alright. So that being said, Hope, I think I'm gonna have you... I don't know if there's anyone great for an open lobby, so I will play against you at your speed, kind of feel out what you know, what you don't know, things to improve on. So we'll still do I'll do the 5 games with you, and then afterwards we'll have Xenolith and Curry play each other. But for now, let me actually boot up a lobby. No, don't worry. I'm not going to like try and showboat or anything. I'm going to play at your speed. It does neither of us any good if I just run you down for 5 games. It's really hard to give advice like that. But yeah, so I'll pin the current lobby in the Get Gr8 channel as well. Or no, I should, oops, not pin it there. I should pin it in the stream matches. Wow, today is whack. Very out of it today. Boop, remove. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Usually we do recommend pausing the stream while you're playing, getting advice on like a 5 to 10 second delay, as well as just voices in your head. Usually doesn't help people focus, but at the end of the day, that's your call to make. Alright. I'll just do this.
Let's dance, darling. Can't turn down a fan.
Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, eye control is definitely someone you need to slow down to play. They play a really obnoxious team and will mash on you.
Shall betray you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
That's the round start. Oh! Be very careful extending as far as you are. Unblock. Remashing. Patience, up forward. Good defense. But we'll see how much this keeps on happening. You are not keeping yourself safe during your block strokes. If I can get my DPs. Because I can start PBG sync for a lot of what I'm doing. That's good mix. low. Alright, what do we do on hit? To the corner? I agree. Very good decision making. Oh, you did the plus one block one. Okay. We're aware. Okay, you're not respecting many reversals, though, I will say. Punish. Unfortunate drop. Interesting. That is a good flop. Kill me. Oh yeah. And I'm getting punished for my stand block habit. Yeah, seen a lot of good things. Seen a lot of very good things. You really understand plus play, like a lot of the advantage state. It feels like you've played other fighter games that have more stagger pressure focus. I have brought it up before. If you do not know how, that's all good. If you do not know how push block guard cancel works, essentially people can act out of a push block. When their push block ends, they are no longer in block stun until you force them to block again, which allows them to get a reversal out in between the gaps of push block ending and you doing something else. So true block strings, like they would be in a ton of other fighting games, aren't true in regards to after push block happens. So I'll try and point that out a little bit more, because you are putting yourself in a lot of danger. Sometimes you just get strong. That's alright. Mix, nice. I would recommend probably trying to do that before my Dizzy gets full. I know you're saying you're getting used to Skullgirls mechanics. If you hit someone at max Dizzy, or not even at max, but like when their Dizzy bar is full, the damage is automatically scaled. What is your squid play? I haven't got to see it play much. Are we still mashing? Yes. That's the worst way. Aggressive air there. Question. Do you understand the difference between charged and uncharged Sing? And if you're just accidentally letting Sing rock, I get that. That just happens. Okay, yeah, haven't practiced her as much. Fair enough. It's even the best Wigglies will sometimes let a special go that they don't want to.
One more once.
The pain of trying to learn multiple teams in a team game. It's 6 different characters to learn. sweep. On this route. A little too fast. Nice, good match. Unfortunate drop. Does this work? Oh, you got the corner. You had enough bar there. I honestly probably would have encouraged you to snap my Eliza in when you had the corner. This isn't necessarily a bad spot to do so as well. I think with 3 bar in the tank, you didn't need to air throw or the command throw reset me. Once you got that command throw reset, you definitely need to. We're starting to get to the point where think about our DHC routes using super into super and the amount of damage it will deal. No, I keep messing up with BBGC. But you ended that game with 5 bar. If you spend it a bit more aggressively, because especially Eliza and Marie tend to build a lot of bar as characters, you will be able to do a lot more damage than you might expect. No. Get the hit. Okay. Do kind of consistently drop that there. Could be a point of focus. Overhead. Kill me. Get your charge. Get your other charge. I will say, you do have pretty significant. That is one thing I'm noticing as well. It is very strong in this game, but it's, I think, worth mentioning, because I probably catch you low a lot. So anytime you see me flash green, that is what I was talking about with PBGC. Wow, I didn't go for. Or I'm kind of cheating my way out of blocks then. still up backing. Can you combo out of this? I would have loved to see you spend the bar and get your allies out. Whoop! Kill me. Match into level 3. Okay. So again, when you see me flash green, that is when I'm doing PBGC. Like right there. It's not your turn after you do that. Try to cheat a little bit. Getting my PBGC. Mix again. Okay. I'm not quite dead. I should be dead now. Not much. Kill me. No! Good one, bam. Really good jump medium kick. Okay, okay. So... yeah, okay, I think I have a couple, like, the main bullet points. First and foremost, again, like I was saying earlier, you come across as someone who does understand fighting games and you just need to learn Skullgirls. I liked a lot of what I was saying in terms of you understand plus frames, you have a game plan for your characters, you understand how to be cheap and just jump at someone and call cremation. That's already like big thumbs up. I like a lot of what I'm saying there. So the two biggest things I will say are understanding that once someone push blocks, your block strings are not actually true after their push block ends. If you noticed, I kept messing it up, so I kept getting heavy punch or Eliza medium punch. But if you saw me flash green and get a button out during your true block string, that is what I'm talking about. Those were me attempting M-caught or H-caught and messing it up completely. I messed up the timing for the DP. But you can get a button out during someone's block string after you push block. So the way you currently run your offense is very weak to that. So you need to recognize when people push block and usually go, okay, I need to hold back and respect that option. Usually, like, once you go really far down the line, but again, because you're a fighting game player, I think this will start making sense a lot earlier. What some people do, they'll save their assist till their opponent push blocks, use their assist to cover the push block guard cancel window, not commit their points, and then once the person is blocking the assist again, then you just run your offense again. Obviously, sometimes you just send it, and you say you're not going to PBGC, but there's a lot of give and take to it. But the big, broad bullet point for this is mostly just think about ways to keep your point character safe once you see them push block, because it is an option for them to just reversal you pretty much at any point in time after they push blocked. And that can be a massive problem for you. Stagger pressure is very good in this game, especially, so it's very effective versus a player like me, who predictably push blocks a lot. That is, the fact that you're already trying to do that is big kudos. Like that's a very strong aspect to offense, especially versus certain defensive players, because push block in and of itself is very strong. Eliza Sekhmet is a call out versus PBGC. If I know what you're going to do, I will do, so like if as an Eliza player, I will do heavy punch And once I see the push block, I'll just time an M segment to come out as their PVGC comes out. But you can do that with any reversal. I have genuinely, as a Parasol player, done flash kick plus assist on my opponent's push block guard cancel window to beat their reversal. And if they don't do it, my assist keeps myself safe. My assist keeps me safe. So you've got a ton of stuff like that. But yeah, you've kind of got... So that was one side of it. The other side is getting used to this being a team game. I would highly recommend you, once you feel comfortable with your actual routing, with your basic bread and butter combos, I would highly, highly recommend you to start looking into DHC combos, delayed hyper combo. I forget what it's called. It's a Marvel term. But doing super into super. Your team has a lot of good supers to do this with. Squiggly in particular, SBO, Squiggly Battle Opera, is very good for making combos out of nothing. Kind of just being able to combo off of anything. And that's a really good way to cycle your team. It's a very good way to deal more damage. When you DHC, the scaling of the combo gets reset to 70%. So that is why you'll see DHCs be a big focus in like high-level play. You get significantly more damage if you can DHC mid-route and continue the combo afterwards than if you just spend both at the end, because of how it resets the scaling. And you can still do it with a Marie mid. You can, especially the second you have 3 bar, you can just do the level 3 and get combos off of, at the very least, Neckbet and Crimson Scourge. But I don't know if you could do Lady of Slaughter into her level 3. But you can probably do Lady of Slaughter into Carpal Pummel into SBO. I would not be shocked if that worked. But yeah, just various ways to get your characters out, get them in the back, while still continuing the combo. As well as it will just get you more damage. And kind of as an addendum to that, just about DHC combos in general, kind of getting used to thinking about how much damage your characters actually do. Because there were a couple of games where you ended the game, you still won, but you ended the game with like 4 or 5 bar, which means the game probably could have ended a little bit earlier if you were more comfortable spending the meter. Okay, and it's character specific, that checks out, honestly. One thing I don't know if you've noticed, Lady of Slaughter into SBO works universally. I used to play Squiggly Eliza. That team is really fun. Squiggly Eliza is such an insane shell. But yeah, Fist into SBO. Yeah, that should work. But yeah, so getting used to spending your meter a bit more, especially on combos. Because you can kill more, you can cycle your characters, get them healing red health. So yeah, those are the 2 biggest things. Worried about PVGC and DHCs / combos in general. 2 smaller things, again, I think you up back a bit too much. You will get caught low by a player who catches on to that, because pre-block is really strong in this game. So again, like, up back is a very strong option, and I did like to see that you're up forwarding. That's another very good defensive option. But in general, I think you're going to get caught by meaties and lows a good bit with how you currently play defense. And then what was the final one? Oh, I'm blanking. Oh yeah, reset a little earlier. Like I was saying before, when you start your combo and your opponent's undizzy meter is full, if that green bar is full and flashing, you do get 2 strings, but even those 2 strings, you start at 50% scaling. Oh, you try to stand block. Just like me, for real. Almost no one stand blocks in this game. There's very little reason to. But it's got its time in this place. Yeah, pad player, I feel that. I used to be. Man, that is most of the main things I saw. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask right now. Again, this is a learning resource. I'm spending my time to make sure you're learning. So if something I'm saying isn't making sense or you have other questions, please ask. This is meant to help. And if there's nothing that comes up right now, don't sweat it. If you have questions that come up later, like after the stream, please just ping me in the server with the question. Again, any point in time you've got questions, just shoot them. And if it's something like specific, if you're rewatching the stream and there's a timestamp, send the question in the server with a timestamp, and I'll gladly get on it. But yeah, that's most Get Great. Hopefully, if you sign up again, we'll be able to get you with someone more around your skill level. Sometimes we gotta run this sort of set instead. Hopefully it still helps. That being said, if you could hop out of this lobby and I'll get to the next two goobers in here. Yeah, I know that's what you signed up for. I thought it was a bracket. Yeah. The bracket for this server is on Wednesdays. Yeah. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. EST. Yeah. So that'll be, as opposed to Get Great, that will be Skullgirls Be Great, BG8, and that will be a challenge link, not the Google Forms link you filled out. So, I mean, Band or Double are just really solid team players. They yeah. They play nice with just about everyone. I don't know. I mean, part of the reason I enjoy this game so much is you can still make just about anything work. My joy comes from playing less than standard teams and finding ways to make them work, or helping people make less than standard teams. This game is... I love this game. I hate this game and I love this game. It's so stupid, but it's so beautiful. Yeah, both those teams look like fun. I definitely need to learn Dolly at some point in time. That character is up my alley. We'll do our best to make sure we get advice out of this regardless, Curry, and just we'll like make notes for future if need to adjust it up or down in terms of thinking about matches. Okay, so 5 total games. Dahlia's definitely up there. I'm biased because I love Parasol. Parasol's got some crazy meta, but Dahlia's pretty sick. Choose aggression. Good push block. Running away, but now we're stuck in the middle. Mashing to get out. Okay. We'll see how often that becomes a habit. Good punish. Get her out. Yes! Let's see it. Flying out, goes unpunished. That was a little bit harder to punish in this situation. Now we just play neutral, call her assist. Part behind it. Ah, she's got weird buttons. Missed the TK horse. You had some good push blocks at the start, and then you kind of opted to stop push blocking, which is very scary, especially versus Alliance and Liberty, so... It's an overhead, yeah. Punish? I hope this is my connection just chugging a little bit. Okay, yeah, we definitely gotta be push blocking a little more. We need this character off of us. She's scary if she's allowed to stay right on top of you. Finish it. Love to see it. Okay. Yeah, one of the biggest things I'm noticing immediately, Curry, is push blocking a little bit more often, and ideally a little bit faster when you do. It's hard to really get those habits in. A good benchmark to aim for as a basic reactive push block is trying to push block by the second to third thing you've blocked. Second to third hit you've blocked. Obviously there's a ton of nuance that goes into it further down the line, but that is a good basic habit to get in your system.
Who will our star be tonight? Action!
Oh, they're a little too close for you to do that. You can throw Elm Swords in their face. I would have also loved to see you call an assist out. Royal, how are we running an offense? Killing? So we're spending kill for one. Yeah, you kind of have to respect that. Oh no! There's baited. Happens. I do like the Royal that you burst baited after you see them press it on coming. Good block. Yeah, Curry, we've got to catch block. No, the 3. Kill. Ah, they freaked out. So, if you sniper there, Curry, and Royal, when you see a Parasol BFF, or L shot like that, you can BFF them. One thing I will say, Curry, for your Parasol, because I think I saw this last game as well, Jump Heavy Punch is a very good button. It is a big wall. If you hit Jump Heavy Punch as the first thing that hits them out of the air, you do not get a combo. It is a blue bounce. They can immediately tech. It is very similar to hitting them with a raw sweep in this game. They need to get hit by something else first if you want that to be your combo. So usually you'll see Parasols, if they're trying to fish for air-to-airs and get combos afterwards, you will press usually like either Jump Light Punch or Jump Light Kick, and then press Jump Heavy Punch afterwards. Sometimes you do just want a wall and you don't care about the combo, but the way you're using it, Jump Heavy Punch is a really good jump in. It gets you a ton of advantage if you hit them standing. But if you just air-to-air with it, you will not actually get a combo. Yeah, we're trying to guess and mash out of defense a lot as opposed to using push block, which is a very strong, safe, emphasis on safe defensive tool. Yeah, it's just hard to block. Yep, you gotta be very careful. Pretty much anything that hits you or even chipped you would kill you at that point. It makes it hard to block. Royal, why are we... If we've got them afraid, why are we setting up M Shadow instead of overhead or low shadow? I'm trying to figure out what that beats that the others don't, while the others help you press your advantage in terms of mix. Good, very good assist call. It's an overhead clone! Good blocks. Good push blocks. Ah, barely pushed her up forward. Curry, we've got to get super cancels off of these pillars. Good throw. Oh, a little too slow. Ever so slightly too slow. And Royal, I think a lot of these situations you're manually setting up M Shadow. I would honestly recommend doing H or L. Both of those get set up faster. L threatens low and can... It's the fastest by far, so you can actually check people trying to counter zone you and do a couple other things. H will have more of the vertical hitbox you're used to M having if you're trying to like block them into the corner. But M is just the slowest, and you're not playing against any characters with armor currently, so that isn't necessarily something you need to be worried about. I feel like I'd rather you set up a lower overhead instead. I'm not necessarily upset with the clone, I would just rather it be a different choice of clone in the first place. Mix. Mix again. I should be dead. Ah, chip out. Yeah, we got. Okay, there we go. Push block. If you're unaware, Curry, you can actually punish that fireball after the drill. It's a bit of a knowledge check, but that is not actually keeping Fukua safe. We're in. Okay, what do we do on hit? I don't know if we were attempting mix and messed it up slightly, or if we just got our air dash a little too long. I would love to see you do a super into level 3 here. Get this character out of here. Yeah. She just dies a slow, painful death. A lot of this is so painful because we're just not push blocking. Bum, bum, bum.
Overwhelming victory.
Visceral assist is, yeah, you can think of it, I would honestly compare it more to lock and load than brass. But it's in a very similar vein. You don't play any characters that really benefit a ton off the stagger, but that's an added bonus as well.
Everybody warmed up. Action.
Alright, get your zoning out. Okay, we're spending a little bit too much time running away and not actually zoning. Curry as well, you should be using your heavy punch as part of your full screen zoning. There we go, yeah, like that. Good defense. Good push block. There we go. Yeah, just start zoning. Let me get your heavy punch out of there. Oh, that sucks. That's a really good counter call, Royal. Good land cancel. That's a crazy mash. Counter hit. That's the second or third time that's happened to you, Royal. That's a tough spot to be. Bonk. Bonk. Okay. Alright. I mean, I'll throw on defense somewhat frequently. Part of it's guest typing, part of it's just... Sometimes people delay and wait. Arxis player? Okay. Yeah. It all makes sense. Okay, so... I will start with Royal first. I think my biggest question, or like food for thought, is just I feel like there's a lot of situations you're setting up M clone that I would much rather it be another clone. Yeah, sometimes your push block just turns into buttons. It is. But okay, so yeah. The biggest thing for me for Royal was the clones. There's a couple other small things. I know they play a lot of lights, so it's annoying, but we drop a lot of the restand into 2 medium kick as your ender string. We dropped a lot of the dash forward medium kick. We ran too far forward and crossed under them. I think those are the 2 big ones. We saw that repeatedly. So those are 2 pain points to try and iron out a little bit more. Just a little bit of extra lab time. I mean, you know how to fix it. Beyond that, I know Peacock into Marie. Marie doesn't usually get to run the thing she wants to. But I feel like with your assists, you could have set up the usual Marie offense. So it's like you call Spiral in their face once they've already run themselves to the corner. Then you get to set up a bunny in their face, and then while they're worrying about the bunny, you can set up a laser in their face and like run the eye control offense sort of deal. Yeah, I mean, Marie does not like dealing with P or Robo. She struggles, but there are ways to get through it if you learn how to use your armor to eat some of the hits. More so for Peacock than Robo, because beams just go through everything. But we didn't get to see, like, the Marie, it felt weird because I didn't notice much. I didn't get to see much. It felt like you pretty aggressively DHC'd into Fuqua a lot. So that's most of what I have for Marie. And then we really did not get to see much of the Eliza. So I think a lot of it is mostly just the 2 things I mentioned earlier, as well as I think you can throw a little bit more, especially when someone's just being that patient in front of you, not push blocking anything. We can throw more. I know, like, Fuqua's throw sucks. Marie's throw is alright. She also has her command throw. Eliza's throw is phenomenal. Again, we didn't get to see her play much, so maybe you do that more with that character. But that will catch someone who's just turtling and down backing a ton. I feel like those are my biggest little bits. Please, again, Royal, if you have questions, ask away. But I am going to start getting to Curry feedback. So, Curry, the biggest thing, I brought it up a ton. We need to push block more. We need to push block more often. Thankfully, well, thankfully or not thankfully, depending on how you look at it, unlike Arxis games, push block costs 0 resources. There's no well, there is timing to it, but there's not like instant block requirements. There's no faultless defense. There's none of that. Push block is free. Offense in this game is stupid, so we need a very strong defensive tool. That is what push block is there for. Use it frequently. Use it a lot. It will help make defense so much significantly easier for you the second you don't have a character right on your face the whole time. Push block is a phenomenal tool for defense, and you simply just need to use it more. Because, I mean, like, we're done with the event. I don't need the lobby anymore. I can even just go back into the replay takeover. Never mind, it's bugged. Wholesome. Okay. Push block. I think push blocking more will make defense feel a lot less bad for you. Because you were playing this game like it's a stagger pressure game. You were playing this game like there was nothing you could do about Fuqua mashing 2LK in your face. For reference, Fuqua 2 light kick is +6 on block. Let me double check that real quick. You are almost never getting out of this if you don't push block it. Yeah, it is +6 on block. Both first and second hit have the same frame data. So, like, you need to push block her to get her off of you. This game has frame data built around the idea of push block, so a lot of lights are going to inherently be plus. Not quite +6, that's a bit excessive, even by this game's standards, but a lot of things are simply that plus. And again, that's why push block is so strong for free in this game. It needs to be. So that is a big thing, and I brought it up a ton, but like, it is very important for you continuing this game. So yeah, that is the biggest thing by far for you, Curry. Past that, unfortunately, we saw a couple drops. Same deal with Royal. It's kind of just like, spend a bit more time in the training mode whenever you're feeling like it. You're a seasoned fighting game player. You've played other games. You know the deal. I'm not going to belabor that point more than I need to. The thing about Parasol Jump Heavy Punch, you cannot get a combo afterwards. I can actually show this pretty easily. This is also true for on hit as well as they can instantly tech. Even comboing into it, if I never hit anything before it, they can tech out of it. If I hit a light kick, or if I hit light punch before it, I get to OTG them. So, not to say never do this, this is a big wall. This is a don't approach me, but you're not expecting to get a combo off of it. If you're trying to aggressively air-to-air, you're probably doing this first. It's a very good jump-in button, like, especially if you get good at spacing. It's very obvious, but the button's just so big. Whoops. Especially with a tier on them. It's not like there's much they can do about it. And you get a combo at, like, max range. But just doing this raw, you're not going to get much off of it. So yeah, there was that. That was one of the biggest things for Parasol. Beyond... Oh, the other thing for Parasol. Oops, I didn't get pillar somehow. But this gets you a combo. Whoops. I canceled my dash too early, but that gets you a full combo. God, pillar, please. Right. I'm on keyboard for the first time in a while. That is how you get confirms off a pillar without your assists. And I saw you just let it go raw. You don't get a combo unless they're already in the air. From the pillar hit, you can't do anything off of this. And you're significantly more minus if they block it. This, very similar to the Fuqua drill in Super. This is actually +8 if they do nothing. So this gets you a combo. It keeps you safe in quotes. There are still ways to punish it, but it keeps you safe in quotes on block. And then obviously this on block is it's my turn forever. So getting comfy with that super cancel is going to be pretty important for this character in particular. Is there anything else major? You were playing Annie, you were playing Parasol, you were playing Peacock. Oh, yep. For Peacock. Your zoning pattern, I'm not the biggest fan of. So you were doing this, and then doing Heavy Punch. You can still send the Heavy Punch before this, and then have it afterwards. I think that will help you already. And then you need to worry about not canceling it too early like I am. So yeah, that's what she loves. Yeah, that's fair. And then one thing I will say, Peacock, you do need to be reactive with her zoning pattern. You can still zone at this distance. You're going to want to start it with this, because this kind of works like a DP in a very loose sense. It often trades if people are running at you. You're a fighting game player, so you'll actually know what hitboxes mean. Oops. Okay, game, come on. I'm struggling. Okay, I'll just do this frame by frame. So, down, down, forward. It comes out pretty high. It stuffs a decent amount of jump-ins. If someone's approaching you on the ground, it'll often just trade. This lets you kind of stop them and then get another bomb out after the fact. You can start getting really tricky with it if you want to do like a bomb first and then throw out the L George as they get closer. Peacock is a pretty like decision-intensive character where a lot of things do end up mattering like that. But this in general, you do not necessarily need to stop zoning when they're at this range. I know it's scary, and it varies from character to character. Like Eliza, you need to respect a lot more than, say, Ophelia, because Eliza has pot. So, like, obviously there's all that nuance to it. But you're playing a little bit too afraid as the character with a, like, Looney Tunes toolkit, literally. You don't need to give them that much respect. So you can kind of do this in their face, let it keep going, and then as this bomb is coming out, so like you do this, then you use that to buy time, get a little bit more space. Or, if you really want to be aggressive, I don't have an assist to really drive the point home, but you can do this call assist, and then she has an air dash. You can IAD, and be a bit more aggressive as well. So like you have those options. Yeah, I think those were the biggest things I was noticing. So, she doesn't, I mean, where is it? This is a reasonable low, but, so, Peacock doesn't necessarily have an oppressive offense like Fortune does. Oh yeah, that's a low. This is not a low, but like, and then, yeah, that's a solo. She doesn't have oppressive offense in the way that, like, oh my god, I cannot block this character. But, so like I was talking about, you're still running offense while there's this nonsense on screen. Add assists into that, she can run a relatively risk-free offense, and then bail back into zoning. Yep, so... yeah, those are her two lows. This one, as far as I understand, is kind of awkward to combo off of, because it is a heavy. But that's kind of the thought process with this character. I think I noticed when you were trying to retreat, oftentimes I saw you cancel your back air dash a little too early and you would lose the momentum like this. Let it rock and then go. But yeah, so I think those were the biggest things I noticed. The main one, the main one that will help you a ton being push block, and the rest of the things I mentioned, smaller little details. Please, again, if you have other questions, feel free to ask. I mean, I'm going to repeat myself, but if they pop up later, if you're thinking about it later, you're watching this later, and just shoot me a message on the server. Just ping me your local dunce, and I will gladly answer any further questions you have as well. This is a learning resource. I'm dedicating my time to it, and if I'm not teaching you, it kind of just wasted both of our time, so I would love to clarify anything like that doesn't make any sense. Reset after reverse. Barry, what are you talking about? I'm glad it helps. The reason a lot of people love Skullgirls and also like get stuck in Skullgirls, myself included, Skullgirls is such a strange combination of a ton of very unique systems that it is so hard to transition to any other games because it's like a combo system. Half the world does hit stun decay. We have a very different combo system. This game does have stagger pressure, especially at the highest level, but it's much more focused around push block and push block guard cancel. There's no IB, there's no shields, yada yada yada. It's such an interesting combination of everything that somehow just works and doesn't apply to many other fighting games. I love it. It's near and dear to my heart. I'm trying to get better at Under Night as well, but that's definitely a learning curve. Skullgirls is such a unique hodgepodge of horrors and glorious, like it's a beautiful game that you love to hate sometimes. But I love it enough to help try and drag other people into this nonsense as well. So that's what the server is for. Even if you don't have any specific questions regarding to like the specific event, if you've got just character specific questions, or if you want to ask like, hey, where do I find this? Get Gr8's an educational server. Ask questions, be patient, and people will gladly give you any of the information you need. I still need to give 2XKO more of a shot. I kind of touched it like barely and then didn't. I am not playing in CCND after. My controller is broken. That's why I was playing on keyboard today. My controller decides randomly I don't get down inputs. Yeah. That's a wee bit of a problem playing Parasol. It's a wee bit of a problem playing anyone, but especially Parasol. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all were saying kind of worn out for the day. If you are interested in one final bracket this fine evening, I'll throw the link in the... Right. Links in Twitch chat. That being said, I'll be wrapping up the stream and probably throwing y'all over to their stream. Assume... Yep, it's up. So, very quick run through for the events for the rest of the week. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing tomorrow. Again, there's CCND tournament later today, 9 PM EST in 20 minutes. Signups might close a little bit before then, so don't sit on the fence too long. Monday Night Mashers, there's an open bracket, 8 PM EST. Tuesdays, there's kind of a Danison ranked league run through Mixmasters. Wednesdays is our open bracket B Gr8, 8 PM EST. Thursday is Mixmasters, the biggest online bracket of the week. Got a lot of killers, usually. Thursdays, 8 PM EST. We will also host a VOD review session, kind of similar to this event we're running right now, Get Gr8. We'll host a VOD review Thursdays as well at a time that works for whoever's able to host it that day. It's variable, and so just keep an eye out for pings if you're looking to catch that. And then next Saturday, you have Raw Tag Rumble at 1 p.m. EST, and we'll be back again with Get Great at 7 p.m. EST next week. So that's all from me, folks. Appreciate y'all showing up. Again, I'm glad this helps. And, of course, my internet explodes right at the end. Sick. Get the video going and throw y'all over to Hensei. Enjoy the CC&D tournament. Have a good night, everybody.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh,
Second
ooh.
kill.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Here's the combo?
Hey.
you finished this. They died.
It's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but
Yeah.
We got combination.
It's like we have some bombas, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.